At the end of the day, every business owner on the web is a dog, and we all know what dogs do to stake out their identity, don't we? They run around the yard, and they piss in corners. I'm going to introduce you to an expert at pissing in corners. Andrew, that has got to be the worst introduction I have ever made of you in my life. Andrew Davis.
Hi, how you doing? So, as Doug politely put it, I'm going to show you how you can piss in as many corners as possible. And on the internet, and if you include all these social media sites, you're looking at about 400 to 500 corners to piss in. So there's a lot of corners that we're going to be looking at. Okay, so today I was working on social media strategy. So we kind of looked at what I was teaching yesterday, and gave an overview of social media and the different elements of social media, and also looked at monitoring. And today we actually applied it to different companies' social media strategy, or their business really, in creating a social media strategy for them. And it went really well, actually, very well.
How important is a social media strategy to businesses then?
To be honest, I think it's very important, because most people look at social media and they just think the networks. They just think Facebook and Twitter. And when they do jump on sites like Twitter, they think, okay, I'm on it. Now what do I do? I've told people what I've had for breakfast, or I've just said I've jumped out of the shower. Now what do I talk about? So really, it kind of gave people a focus to say, this is where your conversations are happening. Here's how to start conversations. Here's how to find influential people that if you can start conversations with, they can help come into your network and help when you want to push content. They were the ones that will help send it to their hundreds of thousands of followers and really help push their content.
So Andrew, how did you make the journey to become such an expert in the field?
Social media. So basically, I was working online since 2001. I worked for a company called Chat Moderators, and I used to moderate chat rooms for Sony PlayStation, Liverpool Football Club, Friends Reunited, and Pop Idol, just the first series that launched Simon Cowell's career. And then I worked as a producer for BBC Radio 1 Extra, so digital radio station. So I worked very closely with music and the digital aspect as well, so a lot of online stuff. So I was there for about 4.5 years, and during that time, in 2006, I was just in San Francisco doing a radio show, and I was approached by a little tiny company at the time called MySpace, and they said, look, we want to set up in the UK, and we want you to be part of the team to help launch it. So I was part of the team that helped launch MySpace in the UK back in 2006, and this was before Facebook was available to students, before when 90% of YouTube's traffic was on MySpace, and a tweet was just something you heard from the birds. So it was quite a while ago, even though it's 4 years. 4 years today, actually, I started. But in the social media terms, it's quite a long time. And just during the time at MySpace, I was there for 2.5 years. I've pretty much worked with any and everyone you can think of. And a lot of the time I was training companies, whether it be small companies, whether it be large global brands, how social media is relevant to what they're doing. And during that time, I've lost a lot of money, but by losing a lot of money, I've probably made more money than probably most people in the UK when it comes to social media, directly and indirectly. So once I left MySpace last year, I said, I was kind of working out what's the best place I should go career-wise. I don't really want to work for another large organisation, so I decided to set up my own business and just helping small companies and brands in social media, really, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
From the perspective of social media then, what's the one piece of advice you'd give someone starting a business today?
There's a number of different things. Really, social media is more than Facebook, because that is, again, just the amount of people I've trained, that is what people seem to think. And it's really a case of saying you can use social media for a number of different things, and probably monitoring, I would say. That's usually the first place to start. Look at what people are saying in real time when it comes to social media. When it comes to your product. But you can use these social media sites to find out where these conversations are. Because by finding out what people are saying, listening really, you're using that important life skill that happens offline and applying it online. And by doing that, you can actually start creating strategies. and seeing if there is a target market, and also seeing what particular element or what particular website is the best place for you to do. And then from there you can start looking at what can I say to people, start looking at how search can integrate with it, how you can start looking at affiliate marketing can integrate with it, and creating content.
Okay, that's great.
Brilliant.